1. Dons will have Bennett Bradford leading it off, followed by Hayes Hall, Brady Bate, Brock Nelson, Trevor Perkins, Jade Nielsen, Ryan Golish, Cooper Thorpe, and Nick Roberts in that order. As Maverick Buffo pitch knocked into right field for a leadoff base hit for the Lakers. So Bonneville, wanting to get things rolling early, is a leadoff single. As I had a conversation last night with some of the Dons players, they know very little about this team from Bonneville High School, so it should be an interesting matchup as these two teams tangle today. Cade Hall, the hitter. He'll be followed by Hayden Greenwood, Will Galbraith, Casey Kendick, Caleb Shore, Parker Asmussen, Parker Hall, and Mitch Westmoreland. The Dons defense, Trevor Perkins in left, Bennett Bradford in center, Brady Bate in right. Ryan Golish at third, Hayes Hall at short. Second baseman Cooper Thorpe, Brock Nelson at first, Jade Nielsen catching for Maverick Buffo as a pitch low for ball 2. And a quick 2-0 count. The scenario for Spanish Fork is they are the number 1 team out of Region 8 play. They will be taking on tomorrow the winner and or loser in the Murray Woods Cross game. As a strike called, 2-1 count to Cade Hall. We want to thank the live broadcast sponsor, J-Mart Printing. Located at 280 North Main. Take whatever you need to Lane Henderson as far as printing is concerned. He'll make it happen. Buffalo's going to have to go to first with it. Has to go quickly and does get Cade Hall, but the runner in Von Cullen advances to second. So 1 down.
Second baseman, number 6.
Again with J-Mart. Wedding invitations, posters, business cards, magnets, whatever you can think of to print, they'll do it at J-Mart. We also want to thank the car guys for sponsoring today's instant replay, located at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. 798-0077 is the number where you can reach them. You can talk to Randy or Calvin. They're ready to make you a great deal on a nearly new automobile. Pitch, ground ball to shortstop. Hayes Hall gloves it, has to go across the body. Nice throw to first for the out. 2 down. Von Cullen stuck at second. 2 down. Will Galbraith, the hitter, as the cleanup hitter.
First baseman, number 24, Will Galbraith.
Defensively at first base, tall kid. Bonneville, of course, the number 4 team coming out of Region 5, and they are a team with a sub-500 overall record. Coming into this one, a couple of games under 500. And as I mentioned earlier, the Dons know very, very little about this Bonneville team. And we're about to get an eye for what this team has to offer as pitch upstairs from Buffalo. The Lakers coming out of the same region as a team ranked in the top 5 in Mountain Crest. In fact, every Region 8 team will be playing a Region 5 team today, and that includes Maple Mountain, Salem Hills, and Wasatch. Wasatch is taking on Mountain Crest today. We'll try to keep those who are watching this live broadcast up to date as this goes on, as long as certain outlets will report scores. I'll try to bring those to you. Some may be interested. Swing and a miss. Maverick Buffo recording his first strikeout of the game. The top of the first ends without incident after Bryson Von Cullen had a leadoff single. After that, 3 came up, 3 went down. Buffo found the zone, and only 1 left on. We will take a look at the Lakers defense. Out in right field, Parker Hall. Cade Hall in center. Parker Rasmussen in left. If this sounds repetitive, it is, because I did it on accident in the first inning. The infielders will go as follows. Caden Miner at third. The shortstop, Bryson Von Collen. Hayden Greenwood at second. Will Galbraith at first. Casey Kundick will be behind the plate for the pitcher, Mitch Westmoreland. You can bet they will go with their ace today, as the Dons have also done just that. Bennett Bradford, Hayes Hall, Brady Bate due up for the Spanish Fort Dons. We also today want to thank Taco Time for sponsoring today's player of the game. For a limited time, you can try their new Mondo burritos. Try some great Southwest flavors at Taco Time, located behind Deseret Book in Spanish Fork off Highway 6. As you are preparing to enter Interstate 15, you'll see it there. So, today, the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, our other hometown team, playing at home against the Logan Grizzlies. Salem Hills ended up drawing the Box Elder Bees. And those two teams are really tough teams. We're going to have to keep an eye on what's going on throughout the region, and it should be really interesting because, as I'd mentioned before, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. So, if we were to have two teams from the same city playing for the state championship, and a leadoff shot out to right center for Bennett Bradford, the Dons always thinking double, and Bradford on to the leadoff double. Had discussion on Sports Talk last night with a couple of these guys, including Bennett Bradford, and as he said to me, we are always in the thought process when we make it to first to take second as well, and as you see, he does that. It should have been held as a single, and I think the outfielders were just kind of complacent in the belief that Bradford would just hold up, caught him sleeping, took off, and ends up with a double. Westmoreland is looking at Bradford with a huge lead and showing no worries. You see with that lead off there, even though the second baseman, he's creeping, and there's some concern by Bonneville that there might be a stolen base attempt as Hayes Hall, the hitter. Don's looking to draw first blood here in the bottom of the first inning. On deck, Brady Bate. And the 0-1 pitch coming to Hayes. That's a shot to deep left field. The outfielder giving chase, ain't going to get enough of it. Bennett Bradford's going to walk home. And Hayes Hall stands at second base with a double on an RBI. And the Dons quickly out to a 1-0 lead. So an RBI for Hayes, a run scored for Bennett. It couldn't have come as a better start for the Spanish Fort Dons, with the first two getting extra bags. Brady Bate, the hitter. Speaking of another hitter for Spanish Fort that could cause some damage, there's one for you in Brady Bate as he watches ball one go by, leads the team in triples with 5 on the season. Pretty solid, especially coming out of the 3 slot. You usually see a triple hitter at the top 1 or 2 hitting positions, but the Dons are stacked with extra bag hitters and all the way through the lineup. Last pitch outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, nobody out, runner at second. Pitch on the way. But Brady leaves that one be for strike. I believe now the count is 3-1. 3-1 is the count. So, 3-1. I missed a ball earlier. Pitch coming from Westmoreland. And fouled off right at our camera behind the plate. Count full. Luckily, now we're able to pull the camera a little bit off the fence. We used to have the camera stuck right to it. caused some anxious moments for the SFCN crew. Ball 4 on 6 pitches. Brady Bate aboard. The Dons with their first 3 on. Brock Nelson, the hitter, in a cleanup role. Trevor Perkins on deck behind him.
Now batting for the Dons, first baseman number 8, Brock Nelson.
Dons looking to stack up to the lead a little bit here early on. Trying to get that comfortable lead for Maverick Buffo. And a pass ball gets by. We're having some scoreboard issues apparently, and we're going to try another option here. So, 2 in scoring position. And a full pop fly down the right field line. It looks like it's going to get out of play. It does. So, we'll see what the we can get happening here. There's a shot up the middle. Westmoreland's going to hold off and make the throw to first. Brock Nelson out. So 1 away for Trevor Perkins.
Now batting for the Dons, left fielder number 18, Trevor Perkins.
Again, Logan currently up at Maple Mountain today. Salem Hills at Box Elder. We're receiving nothing as far, of course it's still early. As far as reports, there's a strike. So the Dons with a couple in scoring position here, 1 out. Finally getting the scoreboard to work here. Pitch on the way, and that one shot in right field as Perkins kind of scoops underneath it, fouls it away. 2 strikes on him. And not exactly sure the count here. I'm going to have to see what the umpire says. It is a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So 1-2 the count. Pitch on the way. And that one nails Trevor Perkins. Actually, they're saying he got out of the way and the Dons score a run. I thought it hit him. Thought he took it off the shoulder, but the run crosses for Spanish Fork and Hayes Hall. Brady Bate over to third. No protest from anyone on the field. So apparently Trevor able to get out of the way. The Dons scoring a run on a wild pitch there. Dons looking to get the third across. Here's Perkins, hits it foul down the line. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, you count. Jade Nielsen waiting on deck, the count full. A lot of pitches early on here for Westmoreland. Again, this Box Elder team struggled during the regular season, and we're still able to come in as a number 4 team out of the region. That one's a fly ball into shallow left, giving chase and making the play, the left fielder, Rasmussen, for the second out. So now Jade Nielsen, the hitter. Dons with 2 on the board here early as Jade stepping to the dish. Back into his catcher's role after suffering a shoulder injury. Good to see him back. As the first pitch coming, ground ball, base hit, RBI for Jade Nielsen. And the Dons with an early 3-0 lead with 2 down. He will get a speed up runner. It looks like Jason Money will come in for him. And that will bring up Ryan Golish.
Now batting for the Dons, third baseman number 22, Ryan Golish.
Cooper Thorpe will wait on deck, so the Dons have now with their number 7 hitter of the inning at the plate. Of course, since the Dons are the number 1 team, the first 2 games of the tournament are at home sites, since the Dons drew that number 1 seed, didn't drew it, but earned the number 1 seed. They will have a home game tomorrow as well, which will then be Shoe and White's final home games on this diamond as coach and head assistant coach for Spanish Fork. So 0-1 count to Golish, who's come on strong for Spanish Fork, the senior this year. Cooper Thorpe again waiting on deck for the Dons. If Golish can get on, see how close the Dons can get to batting around here, as Jason Money continually being checked at first base as a speed up runner. Pitch on the way to Golish, inside, gets by the catcher and easily to second base is Nielsen. So another one in scoring position for the Dons. Or excuse me, Money in place of Nielsen. Two balls, one strike. It's nice to be back at the ballpark where we are not suffering either brutal cold temperatures or high winds or any of that. It's just a great day for baseball, and as well as it should be tomorrow as well, as we'll be doing another one here. 3-1 to Golish. Hitter's choice here. He's going to have to deliver. He doesn't want to put 2 on. He does. Well, I guess that was a 2-1 count. Now we'll go to 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Three-one offering on its way. Golish pokes it into right field. Fairly routine for the outfielder. And that is Parker Hall who makes a play. So the Dons strand 1, but get draw first blood to 3 runs. A 3-0 lead through the first inning here at Nelson Field over the Lakers.
The score, Bonneville.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs. So I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main, 3500.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/J-Mart print and copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Maverick Buffo getting set to begin the second inning for Spanish Fork, as he did allow a hit in the first batter of the ball game, Bryson Von Cullen. And now we'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters, or excuse me, the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Casey Kundick, Caleb Shore, and Parker Rasmussen. Casey stepping in to face Maverick. Pitch on the way. Shot. Center field. Luckily, Bradford is right in the spot he needed to be. Solid shot from Kundick.
Now batting the designated.
One pitch, one out. Caleb Shore, the hitter. That couldn't go much better if you can save the arm a little bit. If outs are needed to be made tomorrow that Bradford needs help on, Maverick Buffo with a low pitch count could potentially provide some help. It also have to do with the Dons being able to pull off a 10-win victory probably as well, as that one fouled away in a quick 0-2 count. As the hitter, Shore, is the designated hitter. You won't hear his name called much other than as a hitter today. Pitch on the way from Buffo, curveball. That one misses. 1-2 the count. Pitch on the way from Buffo. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the second K of the day for Buffo. 2 down for Parker Rasmussen.
Now batting left fielder number 4, Parker Rasmussen.
Things are fairly quiet here, although the bleachers are fairly full of Don's fans. I was kind of expecting, out of curiosity, a few more Bonneville fans here. They just did not bring them out today. There's more Spanish Fork fans sitting on the Bonneville side of the bleachers than there are Bonneville fans. Quick 0-2 count. Buffalo's got it rolling here. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the Dons looking for a quick one. Pitch fouled away by Rasmussen.
The dugouts, all foul balls to the dugouts, please.
Oh, 2 away. And the pitch for Maverick. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and the 2 strikeouts in a row for Buffo. And in order, the Bonneville Lakers go down. Through an inning and a half, the Dons with a 3-0 lead.
No Spanish Fork errors and no runners left on base.
Is gone. Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17, 12:30 lunchtime, and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SFCN website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Alan Ladd, Gregory Peck, and a band of outlaw renegades. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. Wait, you're pleasantly surprised at our own special way. That's Taco Time. We're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane.
Due up for Spanish Fork here in the second inning. Cooper Thorpe, Nick Roberts, Bennett Bradford. 8-9-1 as Thorpe digs in for his first at bat. Takes ball 1 upstairs. As early on, the Dons have been fairly patient with Westmoreland, the pitcher, wanting to him to prove himself by throwing strikes. Walked a couple of hitters in the first inning as Thorpe hits a fly ball out into left, and a routine play out there for Rasmussen and the out. So one away. Nick Roberts, the hitter. Dons have been fairly aggressive with the bats as well.
Now batting for the Dons, the
in this one.
hitter, number 12, Nick Roberts.
As Nick Roberts coming to the plate for Spanish Fork. As the Dons will conclude their first round of hitters, there's a bunt pop foul, and fairly lucky for Roberts, catcher unable to locate it, just popped up behind him. 0-1 the count now as Roberts trying to catch a defense off guard. Probably be taking cuts here now. Dons had 2 doubles in the first inning from Bennett Bradford and Hayes Hall. Actually, I was wrong. I said there was 2 walks in the first inning. Actually, only 1 was issued. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the winner of this game will go on to take the winner of the Murray Woods Cross game. The loser taking on the loser of the like. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that game, by the way, happening tomorrow, Wednesday, at 4 o'clock. 2-1 pitch. Shot. Center field. Hits the ground. Base hit for Nick Roberts, who has come on extremely well for Spanish Fork, especially here at Nelson Field. So a single. Bennett Bradford, the hitter, doubled his last time up. Dons could use another one. Last at bat, his double went into right center. As you see, the center fielder playing almost straight up now. He's a fielder behind your pitcher there, and Roberts got lucky. The ball thrown wildly, and Roberts to second base. He would have been out. He was not ready for that throw back to first base, and somehow out of the blue ends up at second base. So now a runner in scoring position for Spanish Fork. It's where the Dons will really need to capitalize, and it couldn't be a better time for a runner to be at second base. And right now is Bennett Bradford, the hitter, and the Dons top of the lineup still due up here in the inning. Hayes Hall, another Don who hit a double waiting on deck. So early on here, the Dons should feel fairly confident. Pitch on the way. Inside. 2-0 count. Pitch to Bradford. Shot into right field. That'll be a base hit. Will they send Roberts? So they're gonna. They shouldn't have. Yes, they should have. RBI single for Bennett Bradford. That looked like it was going to be a good throw. It was in time. It was just off the mark. But Nick Roberts plates for the Dons on a shallow right field single from Bennett Bradford, who's 2 for 2 today. That'll bring up Hayes Hall. And Bennett's certainly a threat to end up at second base. Is the scoreboard out again? We're having some issues with the boxes here. As they'll see how we can get this, if we can get this working out. Runner checked in Bradford at first, so no count on Hall, as again Bradford looked at. No one has tested Kundick's arm behind the plate yet on a steal attempt. Pitch on the way. Hayes turns on it. Down the left field line, fouls it out of play. So 0-1 the count. Brady Bate waiting on deck for the Dons. No balls, 1 strike. Runner once again checked. I don't know that there has been a game this season where Bennett Bradford has not given his mom laundry to do, as he always seems like leaving the field with a red dirt colored uniform. Scoreboard back on, 4-0 Don's lead. Hayes Hall still in an 0-1 count. They're continually checking Bennett Bradford. No bullpen action as of yet for Bonneville. Pitch. Hayes pops it up. Infield should be routine. Second baseman over to make the play. That's Greenwood. Second out. Had to bring up Bate. Brady Bate last time walked. Also scored for the Dons. He was able to play it off of the Jade Nielsen RBI single. Bennett Bradford busted at first base. So Bate will need to wait for his second at bat until the third inning to complete 4-0 Spanish Fork.
In the bottom of the second inning,
up this weekend. It's All Sports Saturday. All afternoon, all evening. We've got so many games they won't fit in their standard time slots.
They're breaking out!
You can't stop them. The games are coming to your TV this Saturday. All afternoon, all evening.
All Sports Saturday!
If you don't know what's coming this Friday night at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
SFCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9. Yes, this used to be the time slot for city meetings. But trust us, this is even scarier. Freaky Friday, only on Spanish Fork 17.
Back to action, Maverick Buffo looking to continue a solid day on the mound for Spanish Fork so far with 3 strikeouts through 2 innings. Getting a few updates as far as scorers. The only one I've seen, well, actually Bonneville and Spanish Fork is being reported via Deseret News. Wasatch and Mountain Crest scoreless at the top of the 3rd inning. Kearns with a 2-0 lead over Mountain View. Other games not being reported on of any note. Pitch strike from Buffo to the hitter, Parker Hall. He was the 8 hitter for Bonneville. He'll be followed by Mitch Westmoreland and Bryson Von Collen. Quickly, the count, 0-2. Something we rarely see by the Spanish Fort Don being picked off at first base. And Bennett Bradford and another strikeout. That's a third in the row for Maverick Buffo. One down, and that'll bring up Westmoreland. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. So Buffo just throwing BBs and seemingly not having much trouble hitting the zone as he finally gets a ball called on him here in the third inning. It's a 1-1 count. That's the first ball he's thrown in this inning. 1-1 pitch. Another strike. 1-2. Plenty of room for Buffo to work here, but with the 9-hitter Westmoreland up, you could almost guess that he will go right after him. Jade Nielsen has him set up for it, and he strikes him out. 5 strikeouts today, 4 in a row for Buffo. 2 down. Bryson Von Collen, the hitter.
Bryson Von Collen.
Von Collen, the lone Laker to have a hit today. Led the game off with one, actually. Out in right center. The Dons have their defense set up fairly even through the field and through the outfield as Von Collen takes ball 1. First strikeout for Buffo came with a 4-hitter in the lineup. So these guys have seen him and have made contact. The next 3 hitters for the Lakers, and the count 1-1. One pitch, curveball, strike 2. 1-2. And quickly, Buffo again ahead in the count with an opportunity to slam the door on the Lakers. The 1-2 pitch. Popped foul out of play. The remainder of this tournament, folks, we don't even have to worry about going to Kearns this year. Thankfully. At least for me. Last few years, we've always had to go through Kearns at least a couple of games. So this year, everything beyond the first 2 games will be played at Brent Brown Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. So not a long trek from Spanish Fork. Whether you're supporting the Dons or the Golden Eagles. Strike 3 called. That is 5 in a row, the 6th in the game for Maverick Buffo. What an inning.
In the top of the 3rd inning, the Lakers
top of the 3rd ends, we'll go to the middle. 4-0. Spanish Fork.
On base.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main, 3500.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprint-and-copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
We'll lead it off for Spanish Fork. Again, this live broadcast on the 13th of May, sponsored by J-Mart Printing. Located at 280 North Main, as quickly Bate pops one up to the infield. It should be a routine play for Greenwood at second. It is. So one away. At J-Mart, you can take anything to Lane Henderson. And they'll print it in just about any format you can think of. Wedding invitations, posters, business cards, magnets. Can do it all at J-Mart. 280 North Main, again, is where you can locate them. Pitch strike to Brock Nelson, as it seems like Westmoreland, the pitcher for Bonneville, starting to find a little bit of a rhythm out there on the mound, a little bit more confidence. Dons need to jump on him, as there's one fouled off down the right field line from Brock. Nelson in his first at bat, grounded to the pitcher. So, 0-2 the count to Brock. He'll need to protect, and he does so with the foul ball out of play. Count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of 3, the pitch on the way, fouled off again. So Brock not going away quietly for Spanish Fork. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he's tagged out. First strikeout recorded today by Westmoreland. The 4 Bonneville Laker fans that showed up today clapping in support. Trevor Perkins, the hitter, flew out to left his first time up. The Dons in danger of going 3 up, 3 down their first time today. See if they can avoid that here. (2-0). The count to Perkins. That pitch low. Nielsen. Pitch on the way to Trevor. Leaves it alone outside for a strike, and the count 2-1. After that first round of at-bats, seems like the Dons are getting a little more aggressive with the bats, and maybe that's, they're getting eager and jumping on pitches they shouldn't. Maybe that's what caused them a little bit of trouble. But Perkins down the line, base hit. He'll round, and will he take off? No, he won't. Holds it up, probably could have beat it there. Is that one? The second baseman unable to hang on to it. Nevertheless, a single. Jade Nielsen, the hitter, who singled his last time up with an RBI to his credit.
Pitcher number 5, Jade Nielsen.
The Dons now with 6 hits in the game. Ryan Golish now on deck for the Dons. First pitch on the way to Jade, down low, 1-0. Two down, runner checked. Doesn't appear that Trevor is in too big a hurry to steal here. Doesn't have a huge lead. See if Jade can move him here. That one down low, 2-0. Pitch. Upstairs, 3-0. Pitch on the way, down low, 4 in a row, and Jade with an easy trip to first. You knew he'd be taking on that 3-0 pitch, but that'll put 2 aboard for Ryan Golish, who last at bat flew out right.
Golish. The running speed up, number 15, Jason Money.
Jason Money will come in as a speed-up runner for the Dons. Is a conference being held at the mound. Still no bullpen action, so I would assume if Bonneville at this point is going to consider a pitching change. Well, actually, they do now have a little action over there. Moving some guys over. So the hitter, Ryan Golish, 2 aboard. Pitch on the way, left alone, ball 1. Timpanogos with a 2-0 lead over Bountiful. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Wasatch Mountain Crest still scoreless and no reports from the Salem Hills Box Elder game or the Logan Maple Mountain game. 2-0 the count as the Funk has overcome Westmoreland on the mound. That's 6 straight out of the zone, and Golish getting aggressive and making the count 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 away. 2 aboard, pitch, curveball, falls right over that inside corner for a strike, and the count evens at 2. So 2's across the board. Dons with an opportunity here to put runners across as Golish leaves that one alone inside. The count 3-2. So guess what? Payoff pitch coming. We know what the runners are going to do on the pitch release. Just do not get caught taking off early to where Westmoreland can make a play on you before he delivers one. Runners will go here. Off they go. Golish shot to short, but a stab made over there by Von Collin, and Bonneville escapes without giving up a run here in the 3rd inning. Through 3, the Dons 4, the Lakers nothing here on Spanish Fork 17.
Four.
And 3rd. Check Wayne Kirk on Spanish Fork 17.
Taco time, the service is great and the food is fine. So when you feel
to worry. ALA are a great team, some good coaches.
The first up for the Bonneville Lakers here in the second inning. That is the number 2 hitter in the lineup for Bonneville. The 2, 3, and 4 due up this inning, as Maverick Buffo has recorded 6 strikeouts in a row and looking to continue that here in the fourth inning. Only 1 hit given up, and that was the first batter of the game. Along with that, that was the only base runner allowed by Buffo today. Cade Hall last time, an bunt attempt, which actually did advance Von Collin in the first inning. He ended up out on that play. That one fouled off, count 1-2. Hayden Greenwood on deck. Will Galbraith also due up in the inning. He is the 4 hitter, so solid part of the Bonneville lineup due up as Buffo steps off. One, 2. Pitch on the way. Chopper. Will it go foul? Jade Nielsen snags it. It's in foul territory. Didn't really want to make a play on it if he didn't have to. See if Buffo can record another K to his card today. One, 2 the count. The pitch. It's called strike 3. A looking K. That's the first time someone's been caught looking, but that is 6 in a row for Maverick Buffo. 7 strikeouts. As Hayden Greenwood, the hitter, grounded to short his first time up. I am not going to, by any means, expect to see Buffo finish his game out with nothing but strikeouts. So all good things must come to an end. As it does there. That's a shot out into right center field. Second I open my mouth. It's going to end up being extra bases and a double for Hayden Greenwood. Second hit given up today by Maverick Buffo, and that will bring up Will Galbraith. He went up with the intention of knowing that Buffo's going to go out there and go after a fastball strike early as he missed on the first pitch. Caught him at the wrong time. Hayden Greenwood with a double. Will Galbraith, the hitter. So the number 4 hitter with the runner in scoring position could put Bonneville on the board. Strike called to Galbraith as he struck out in his lone at bat. 0-1 pitch. There's a shot to center. But Bennett Bradford right there. Make the easy play. 2 down. And that will bring up Casey Kundig, who last time up did the exact same thing that Will Galbraith did, just barely, with a line drive to center field for an out. As again, Galbraith there did not wait for a count. He just wanted to get up there and get on Buffo early so he couldn't put him in a situation where he's going to see a whole lot of pitches. As this time Buffo starts a hitter with an off-speed pitch for ball 1 to Kundig. Caleb Shore waiting on deck. Pitch, swing and a miss, swing hard at it. It's Kundig. Beautiful day at the park today, and especially when we place it in comparison with the wet weather that we've had over the last few days. In particular, the last week or so has been pretty brutal. Even last night brought us some frost to certain parts of the community here. 2-1, curveball, misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. Not necessarily that a walk would be a end of the world circumstance here. There's nobody. All it would do is create another force on the field, but you do not want to put runners aboard, especially when you sit there with a 4-0 lead. Grounder, Hayes Hall keeps the concentration of the runner going by, makes a play, and the out. We make it through 3.5 without a run given up. The Dons with a 4-0 lead.
In the top of the 4th inning, the Lakers had no runs on.
If you don't know, at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
SFCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9:30. Yes, this used to be the time slot for city meetings, but trust us, this is even scarier. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
Fill up yourself at the dugout, on the way to the job site, the office, or the ball. Need hot drinks, cold drinks, any size you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad to go, for now or later, or choose from our home-styled sandwiches and fresh baked goods. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
Second baseman number 1, Cooper Thorpe.
Somehow this game reminding me of the Dons' last home game against Provo Bulldogs ended up being a 4-0 victory. The Dons, just like this game, scored 4 runs in the first 2 innings. Of course, we're only through 3, but hope to see more run production as this one continues on. Dons keeping with the bats rolling as first one fouled off from Thorpe and another pop-up by Spanish Fork, making it fairly easy for the Bonneville outfielders, even infielders, with a lot of pop-ups. Second time, Cooper Thorpe is flown out to left. 1 down. That'll bring up Nick Roberts, who singled his last time up and scored.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 12, Nick Roberts.
Bennett Bradford also due up in the inning, so he will see his 3rd at bat here in the 4th. Pitch on the way to Roberts. Leaves it alone way up high. Also want to thank the car guys for sponsoring our instant replay today. You'll see Randy Brailsford or Calvin Youd, or just let Nick Roberts entertain you with a single here. But you can see Randy or Calvin to get a great deal on a nearly new car. You can call them up at 798-0077. Or find them, 872 North Main Street. Right now they've got an excellent selection of SUVs. Some of the makes include Nissan, GM, Ford, Toyota, Dodge, and Jeep. There's another single, Bennett Bradford, who singled and doubled in this game. Has an RBI and a run scored, so a pretty solid stat sheet here early on for Bennett Bradford as Nick Roberts checked at first. Hayes Hall on deck. Pitch on the way, and Bradford watches strike 1 go by. Both of Bradford's hits have been opposite field. In fact, the majority of the Dons' base hits in this game have been opposite field. That one in the dirt. Dons was 7 in the game. And the count at 1-1. 1-1 offering. That one misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dons went 3 runs first inning, 1 run second inning, went scoreless in the third. They're looking to post some on the board here in the fourth. And that one on the ground. Nick Roberts wise at first base. Catcher somewhat getting lazy to it. Kundick is unable to get to it in time to get Roberts. Second, so the Dons with 1 in scoring position. Bennett Bradford in a 3-1 count, so he's got an option here as once again Roberts checked. Pitch on the way. And the dirt ball 4. And Roberts is going to take off again, and he ends up at third. Heads up running by Nick Roberts. So a walk and a single, but runners in scoring are on the corners now for Hayes Hall, who already has a double and an RBI to his credit. You can almost expect Bennett Bradford to be on his horse here. We'll see what happens. Holds up on pitch number 1. Ground ball goes foul, fortunately, for Hayes. But it probably, as slow as it was working its way to first, could have ended up being an RBI in the same breath. Certainly something Hayes didn't want, though. He wants to end up with an at-bat that's a solid shot somewhere to bring a run, maybe even 2 home. That time Bradford stayed put at first. We'll see if he gets aggressive here. 0-1, Bradford gone. Throw. Cut off. They're going to work it back to third. Getting back in time is Roberts, and it's successful in bringing Bradford to scoring position. Another stolen base. The Dons with 2 in scoring position. 1 down. Hayes Hall, the hitter, the 2-1 count. So he doesn't have to get overly aggressive here. Brady Bate anxiously awaiting his turn on deck. Pitch left alone, 3-1. The last thing Westmoreland wants to do here is allow another one aboard and send up Brady Bate with the bases jammed. Well, did they end up calling that a strike? I don't know. Fly ball into left, left center. That should be deep enough to bring Roberts. And here comes Bradford. Nobody's at third. The Dons score a run, and Bradford, keeping an eye on what's going on around the diamond, ends up at third base on the sac fly. So the Dons played a run, and Nick Roberts, that's his 2nd run scored today.
Now batting for the Dons, the right fielder, number 10, Brady
2 down.
Bate.
Brady Bate, the hitter, with a runner at third. 5-0 Spanish Fort. Pitch on the way. Left alone. 1-0. Waiting for the Dons to just have one of those breakout innings where they go crazy and score 6-7 runs. That one inside. 2-0. Bate has walked and popped out to second. Also scored a run. Pitch on the way to Brady, in there for a strike. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Bate launches it, but foul. It could end up in truck territory where some of those vehicles park over beyond the fence in the rotary field. Could be in danger over there. Still no score updates for Logan at Maple Mountain or Salem Hills at Box Elder. As Bate strikes out. Oh, a little confusion here. Nonetheless, 4 innings in the books. The Dons score again, 5-0 lead.
1 run on 1 hit. No late.
Fill yourself at the dugout. The office or the ballpark, pop in for everything you need. Hot drinks, cold drinks, any size you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad to go. From our home-styled sandwiches and fresh baked goods. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
Dons coaches in the dugout discussing scenario the Dons face with a 5-0 lead. Maverick Buffo, who's just been mowing down the Lakers from the mound, continuing his run here as Spanish Fork will be moving on hopefully tomorrow to face the winner. Of course, we can't get too far ahead of ourselves of the Woods Cross Murray game. It's being held at Murray. I believe they're still playing that at the Ken Price Park, or the Spartans. Field some of the old school Dons fans can remember, at least from the 80s. That's where a lot of the state tournament games were held, along with the old Dirks Field. Grounder, first base side, Nelson can't hang on to it, and an error will allow Caleb Shore first base. Hot hit, tough to handle, but a runner aboard for Bonneville. As you might have heard, there 3 or 4 fans that showed up cheering the Lakers on. Parker Rasmussen and Parker Hall are also due up in the inning as Rasmussen comes to the plate. Last time up, struck out.
For the Lakers, number 11,
David Reichfelder coming in to run at first base. Again, we have no report on the Salem Hills Box Elder game, nor the Logan at Maple Mountain game.
Left fielder number 4, Parker Rasmussen.
If somebody is watching this live and care to text me, you can do it at 358-8602. Let me know, because Deseret News isn't reporting anything on those 2 games. This game here being updated, it seems like on the minute. Wasatch and Mountain Crest currently in a defensive battle, to say the least. reported through the top of 6 innings. No score between the number 1 team from Region 5 and the number 4 from Region 8. Scoreless. What a big win that would be for Wasatch if they could pull that one off. Keep an eye on that. At the very least, impressive. At the very most, that one gets by on a wild pitch, and now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. So the Dons defense here suffering a little bit. A quick 2-0 count from Buffo to Parker Rasmussen. Again, Rasmussen struck out his last at bat. Pitch, bunt, fouled off. 3-0. Or, excuse me, 2-1. Of course, a bunt foul is a strike, Alan. How long have I known this game? 2-1. As Jay Nielsen out to the mound to discuss with Maverick what they'll do next. 2-1 pitch, Shore at second base. Pitch from Buffo, upstairs, 3-1. Three balls, one strike, nobody out, runner in scoring position. The Dons having a little bit of struggles here with the Bonneville Lakers is another walk. There's a walk issued, not another. That's a first walk of the game issued by Maverick Buffo. Puts a first 2 aboard for Bonneville. Parker Hall, the hitter, struck out his last at bat, another lefty. Dons would love to see a double play ball here. There's a strike issued. Or even a strikeout. 0-1 pitch, bunt shown. Laid down, foul. 0-2. So still the Lakers more than willing to sacrifice a hitter to move runners. Of course, not a bad idea with 2 aboard, no out. But with 2 strikes now, you can expect to see Hall swinging the bat. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got a piece of it. But Maverick Buffo there records his 8th strikeout of the game with 1 down. Excuse me. Mitch Westmoreland is the hitter. Struck out his last at bat. He's the 9 hitter in the lineup for Bonneville. Bunt laid down. Well done. Maverick Buffo fields, goes to first for the out. So, the 9 hitter, not much of a surprise to see the 9 hitter sacrifice there, as that will bring up Bryson Von Cullen, one of 2 Lakers with a hit today. Singled, struck out his last time up. Maverick Buffo would love to see the same here. Pitch, way outside, ball 1. One oh the count. Pitch on the way. Popped foul. 1-1. Again, you'll have an opportunity to see the Dons tomorrow here at Nelson Field. We encourage you to come out. It's a 4 o'clock start time. And if you cannot be here, we encourage you to tune in to Spanish Fork 17. 1-1. Strike 2. You may not be aware of this, but you can watch these games or you can stream them later. You can either watch them right now or stream them later on YouTube. That's right, even live on YouTube. That's if you go to youtube.com/SpanishFork17 is another strikeout issued by Buffo, ends the top of the fifth. Number 9 by Maverick. The Dons with a 5-0 lead.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/J-Mart print and copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Brock Nelson, the hitter for Spanish Fork, as he watches ball 1 go by. Also due up in the inning will be Trevor Perkins and Jade Nielsen, so it's 4, 5, and 6. Solid part of the Dons lineup. Again, the Dons had that big first inning, and then it seems like the bats have fallen off a little bit. See if they can get things rolling here and post a few runs. 1-1 pitch. That one to Brock into left field for the hit. So his first hit of the game, a single, coming here in the 5th. We'll bring up Trevor Perkins, who singled his last time up. Flew out to left in his first at bat. Sure, Maverick Buffo would not be at all disappointed to not have to go back out there and throw again if the Dons are able to post 5 here and just close it out. Kearns on top of Mountain View 2-0 in the top of the 3rd. Timpanogos with a 5-2 lead over Bountiful. Timpanogos had to win a play-in game to even get in the state tournament, and they are beating number 1 seed Bountiful from Region 6. 5-2 lead. Conference at the mound. Give us a time here to thank Taco Time for sponsoring our player of the game for a limited time. You can try their new Mondo burritos. I invite you to come try great Southwest flavors at Taco Time behind Deseret Book in Spanish Fort. Maple Mountain currently in a 5-5 tie versus Logan in the 3rd inning. That's the latest report we have. Thank you, Jessica Shaw, for the update. So Trevor Perkins with Brock Nelson at first. Trevor launches one into left. Should be fairly routine for the left fielder, Rasmussen. He's been busy today, making the play. 1 down. That'll bring up Jade Nielsen. Jade's been solid. Single, RBI, and a walk.
Number 5, Jade Nielsen.
Of course, the Dons will go with Bennett Bradford tomorrow on the mound as the starter against whoever comes out of the Murray Woods Cross game. Pitch Low and inside, 1-0. Not doing it the way they did last year, where they took a Saturday, at least in the 3A ranks, where they would find the top seed out of each of the 4 regions participating in the 3A ranks and do a 2-game tournament in the middle of the day. And Spanish Fork somehow, weirdly enough, found themselves playing over at the Volunteer Park on the big field over there in one of those 2 games. It was a strange day. Pop up to the infield. 2 straight pop-ups by the Dons. Dons have flown out a whole lot today. That'll bring up Ryan Golish.
Now batting for the Dons, third baseman number 22, Ryan Golish.
9 flyouts by the Dons today here in the 5th inning. That's pretty. That's 3 innings worth of outs off of flyouts. Not a whole lot of outs coming off of grounders. In fact, as I go through the scorebook here, I think I found 3. Take a better look at it here. Strike goes by. Two ground outs by the Dons to 9 flyouts. Pitch in the dirt. Runner advances. So Ryan Golish with an opportunity now to drive home another run for the Dons to give them a little more insurance. Two on the count. Pitch to Golish. Solid shot into left. Will it get over the head of Rasmussen? No, yes it will. Solid line shot from Ryan Golish. Ends up as a double, and it brings home Brock Nelson. So an RBI double. The Dons now the 6-0 lead. That'll bring up Cooper Thorpe, who's flown out to left in both the plate appearances. Timeout called. Visit to the mound. We might see a pitching change here. In fact, we will. We'll take a break here on Spanish Fork 17. Coming in to take over the pitching duties will be Chaston Brown. As he will get his warm-up throws here, we'll take a break. Dons with a 6-0 lead over the Bonneville Lakers here in the bottom of 5.
Where have all the... Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17. 12:30 lunchtime and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SFCN website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Alan Ladd, Gregory Peck, and a band of outlaw renegades. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great. When you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right. Diners food, our own special way. That's Taco Time. We're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Westmoreland goes to third base.
The pitching change has been made. The warm-up throws have been offered. And the hitter for the Dons, Cooper Thorpe, at the plate. Again, Cooper's flown out twice, both times to left. So now, with Ryan Golish at second, Dons with another opportunity here to put runs on the board. As I mentioned, the game between Logan and Maple Mountain and a 5-5 tie in the third inning at last report. Salem Hills Box Elder still not reported. Nor has the Woods Cross Murray game, which the Dons will be facing one of those two teams tomorrow. Pitch. Another fly ball, this time to right. That's how it's been going for Spanish Fort. They had 3 flyouts in the inning. But they produce a double, a single, and a run scored. And through 5, the Dons have a 6-0 lead.
At the bottom of the 5th inning,
Coming up this weekend, it's All Sports Saturday. All afternoon, all evening. We've got so many games they won't fit in their standard time slots.
They're breaking out!
You can't stop them. The games are coming to your TV this Saturday. All afternoon, all evening.
All Sports Saturday!
If you don't know what's coming this Friday night at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
SFCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9:30. Yes, this used to be the time slot for city meetings, but trust us, this is even scarier. Freaky Friday, only on Spanish Fork 17.
Don's getting set to begin. Defense against the Bonneville Lakers here in the 6th inning with Cade Hall, Hayden Greenwood, and Will Galbraith due up 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Lakers. Buffalo's taking a few extra chucks out there on the mound in his warm-up. He's ready now. New update from the Maple Mountain Logan game. 7-5 Maple Mountain with the lead. But it's only through the 3rd inning as we're sitting here in the 6th. Cade Hall, the hitter. Strikeout and a ground out today. Pitch on the way from Buffo, swing and a miss. Buffo with 9 Ks to his credit today. As much as I've talked about the Spanish Fork, how many flyouts they've had in this one, which is now at 10. Nearly as many strikeouts from Bonneville. That's how well Buffalo's been throwing today. I'm sure he would be happy to record a few more here in the 6th inning. 1-1 the count. 2K to Hall. Pitch on the way. Down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Chopped at, fouled away. 2-2. Again, it's nice to see as many, especially the state tournament, these games starting a little later. As many fans have come out to this one to support the Dons. Again, I am not seeing a ton of yellow Bonneville Lakers support shirts. Support fans out there. It's just kind of strange to see. State tournament begins. I'm not trashing on Bonneville by any means, but it's surprising to me that they haven't brought out more, being a state tournament game. Payoff pitch on a 3-2. Strike 3 called. 10 Ks for Maverick Buffo.
Now batting second baseman.
One down, and that'll bring up Hayden Greenwood. That time Buffo had to work his way to a strikeout, but earns it nonetheless. Hayden Greenwood, the hitter, the only extra base hit of the game for Maple Mountain. A double came in his last at bat in the fourth. Only 2 hits allowed today by Buffo. Pitch. Shot. Extra bases probably again for Greenwood if he hustles. And did they get him at second is the question. No, they didn't. Cooper Thorpe unable to hang on to it. So another double for Hayden Greenwood. Wow. Good for him. 2 doubles. The only player in the lineup aside from Casey Kundig who hasn't struck out for the Lakers is Will Galbraith, the hitter, has struck out and lined out. Last time, line drive to center for an out. Pitch on the way from Buffo, misses 1-0. See how quickly the Dons pitchers work, and they always do. No calls are made from the dugout. It is pitcher-catcher. Duo drawing as far as the pitches called are concerned, and Don's pitchers don't waste a whole lot of time on the mound. That one, fly ball out into left field. Brady Bates got a hustle. Gets over, makes a play. The runner's going to attempt to make it to third, but what a throwing arm. Doesn't get him in time, but a nice throw from left. 2 down as Galbraith flies out to right for the second out. That'll bring up Casey Kundig. Grounded to short his last at bat and hit a line out to center in his first at bat. As mentioned before, one of 2 hitters for Bonneville who hasn't struck out today. Kundig digs in, runner at third, pitch on the way, misses upstairs. John's doing very little to hold Greenwood off the bag at third base. With 2 away, no real reason to do so. Fouled off, count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Don's edging closer and closer to an out. Now just 4 outs away from a win. So fairly probable as Cooper Thorpe sucks it in at second base, makes a play, strands a runner. Another one stranded for Bonneville. And we are through 5.5. The Dons with a 6-0 lead.
No Spanish Fork errors and
You fill yourself. Ballpark, pop in for everything you need. Hot drinks, cold drinks, any size you want of all your favorite flavors. Build your own fresh salad to go, for now or later, or choose from our home-styled sandwiches and fresh baked goods. Whether you're close to home plate or close to your home, swing by the dugout, located next to the ballparks in Spanish Fork.
Serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
Nick Roberts will lead it off for the Spanish Fort Dons here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He'll be followed by Bennett Bradford and Hayes Hall. Roberts, the only Dons player today to score twice. A 6-0 game. He's had 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Solid day for the 9-hitter as he's been all year long.
In the bottom of the 6th inning, the designated hitter number 12.
He's come on strong for Spanish Fork and has shown little pressure in his first year of full-time varsity action. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1 the count, as he has now moved more to a designated hitter role as Ryan Golish has been playing a little more at third base. 0-2. Bennett Bradford waiting on deck. His on-base percentage is 1,000 today, as is Roberts, as he watches strike 3 go by. Quick strikeout for Chaston Brown. Is now the Dons with 1 down for Bennett Bradford.
Center fielder number 23, Bennett Bradford.
Finally, we're starting to get some updates via Deseret News. There's a grounder up the middle, and it gets through for a base hit for Bradford. Bennett 3 for 3 today, a walk. That'll bring up Hayes Hall. Had an RBI single in the first inning, but
now batting for the Dons, shortstop
in the
number 2, Hayes Hall.
next 2 at bats, he's flown out. Mentioned before, the Dons have been pretty good at that today. Those flyouts. Chaston Brown pitch. Hayes Hall single into left field. That will hold Bradford, so another hit for the Dons. We'll make 11 hits on the day for Spanish Fort. The problem is, with 11 hits, you'd expect a lot more runs scored, especially at the high school level where a lot of walks can be issued, but the Dons haven't taken a whole lot of walks today. You scatter a few hits around and runs don't come as plentiful as you'd expect sometimes. Pitch fouled off by Brady Bate. He's walked, flown out, struck out. He's looking to get his first hit of the game here with 2 aboard. That one down low. Still needs to maintain that patience, not get frustrated. 1-1 the count. Still no score between Woods Cross and Murray that I am aware of. And strangely enough, man, they need to be on their game here. But we've seen Kundick, the catcher for Bonneville, has made some seemingly lazy plays behind the plate that has resulted in Don's runners advancing, and that one could have been one right there, so that one's fouled away. 1 down, 2-2 the count. But Wasatch and Mountain Crest in the 7th inning, still scoreless. And as a Region 8 guy, I'm going to cheer on the Wasps. See if they could take down one of the top 5 ranked 4A teams in the state of Utah. I believe Mountain Crest currently ranked 5th in the state. Don's first. Second is Maple Mountain. 3rd, Skyline. 4th ranked team is the Salem Hills Skyhawks. So we have 3 of the top 5 within 5 miles of each other, and Brady Bate strikes out again. Not the day he wanted. 2 down. second strikeout of the inning recorded by Chasten Brown. Brock Nelson, the hitter. 1 for 3. Grounded out, struck out, singled his last time up. And has a run scored to his credit as well. Pitch. There's a little blooper into shallow left field. That one should fall. Bennett Bradford's going to take the long run, an easy plate score, and now we've got a mess because the Dons don't know who's going where. Now that you got a run down, this shouldn't be too difficult to get the out. Inning ends. I don't know where the base runners were going there. Anyhow, Dons score again. Through 6, 7-0 Dons lead here on Spanish Fork 17.
In the bottom of the 6th inning.
Piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprint and copy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Where have all the cowboys gone? Why, every Wednesday they up and ride into Spanish Fork. That's right, it's the Wednesday Western on Spanish Fork 17. 12:30 lunchtime and repeated at 9:30 when you're bedding down. Check the listings on the SFCN website. Wednesday Westerns featuring John Wayne, Kirk Douglas, Alan Ladd, Gregory Peck, and a band of outlaw renegades. Only on Spanish Fork 17.
Due up in the 7th inning for Bonneville, Caleb Shar, Parker Rasmussen, Parker Hall. That is the 6, 7, 8 hitters here in the final gasp for Bonneville as they trail 7-0 to the Spanish Fork Dons. Dons looking to get that solid first win under their belt and take on the winner of the Woods Cross Murray game, who we have had no reports on as of yet. However, the 8th inning has begun up in Hiram, and the Wasatch Wasps and the Mountain Crest Mustangs are still scoreless. 0-1 pitch, fouled away. Ooh, nearly caught a unsuspecting passerby over near the dugout. 0-2 the count as Maverick Buffo has recorded 10 Ks today, looking for 11 on an 0-2. Called strike 3, and it happens. 1 away, and that'll bring up Parker Rasmussen. He struck out and walked. Impressive to see that kind of stat line for the Dons. They've left runners aboard, in fact 4 in the last three innings. But in the first 3 innings, only 1 runner was even allowed on base by the Dons, behind the arm of Maverick Buffo, who has been at the very least solid today. 1-0 pitch, misses upstairs 2-0. Again, this live broadcast on May 13th, if you're watching it today, being brought to you by J-Mart Printing. Lane Henderson can take almost anything, print it in just about any format. Called strike. Wedding invitations, posters, business cards, magnets, they do it all at J-Mart, 280 North Main. This game will also potentially be on a rebroadcast. That's why we always try to include the date there, in case you were wondering. Instant replay today, brought to you by the car guys. Randy Brailsford and Calvin Youd will make you a great deal on a nearly new automobile. They're located at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork, 798-0077. As Maverick Buffo continues to fail at the mound. And by fail, I mean if you're a Bonneville Laker fan, at allowing the Lakers any shot at winning this game. 12 Ks. Parker Hall, the hitter. He's only struck out today twice. Pitch upstairs and in. Almost taking his chin off there. Taco Time sponsors today's player of the game. For a limited time, you can try their new Mondo Burrito. Try some great Southwest flavors at Taco Time behind Deseret Book in Spanish Fork, just off Highway 6, near where the new Walmart is under construction. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And Buffo with plenty of room to toy around with Parker Hall if he wants to, but I have a feeling he's probably just bring him some heat here. There it comes down low, and the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, nobody aboard. Final pitch potentially. It is. Unbelievable performance by today's Taco Time player of the game, Maverick Buffo. 13 strikeouts.
No Spanish Fork errors.
Didn't even need to be out there to support himself with a bat. Just took care of it all by himself with his arm. 13 Ks, including 3 in the last inning. Give the Dons a 7-0 win, and the Dons will take on the winner of today's game between Woods Cross and Murray. A 4 o'clock game. We encourage you to be here for it, as the Dons will take on, again, the winner of Woods Cross and Murray. Couple of updates before we leave you here,
They'll play the loser of the Murray Woods Cross.
as I will make an attempt to do
Final
so.
line from Nelson Field. Bonneville had no runs on 3 hits. Committed
Bonneville,
no errors and left 5 runners on base.
Logan and Maple Mountain now in the top of the 4th, 7-5 Maple Mountain lead. That's here up at Maple Mountain High School. If you want to run over there and check that one out, looks like it'll be an exciting one. Kearns with a 2-1 lead over Mountain View. Salem Mills and Box Elder have not reported anything. Timpanogos with a 5-2 in a 5-2 game over Bountiful. And Wasatch and Mountain Crest again, still in the 8th inning. Woods Cross and Murray we have no report on, so the Dons will play one of those two. We look forward to it, as again the Dons with a 7-0 win over the Bonneville Lakers in a rocket for an arm game for Maverick Buffo, hitting his marks, scattering in this game just 3 hits and 13 Ks. Unbelievable performance. Anyhow, we'll be looking forward to tomorrow's game. Until next time, I'm Alan Huff from everybody from Spanish Fork 17. We thank you for joining us, and until next time, so long from Nelson Field.
Taco time, the service is great. So when you're feeling hungry, look to this side and bring the family down to Taco time. You can dine right, pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
All evening. We've got so many games they won't fit in their standard time slots.
They're breaking out!
You can't stop them. The games are coming to your TV this Saturday. All afternoon. All evening.
All Sports Saturday!
If you don't know what's coming this Friday night at 9:30 p.m., you may want to beware. It's Freaky Friday.
SFCN unleashes a freaky feature every Friday night at 9:30. Yeah.
Good one. Yes. Calvin and Hobbes, Captain America shirt. Heroes of Olympus. All right, let's get a girl. Any of you see mine? Oh, parents right here. All right, you wanna? What is that?
That's an elephant or elephant! Hurry! Grab the toothbrush and the toothpaste! We need to go brush his teeth!
Alright, remember May 21st, summer reading sign-up start at the Spanish Fork Library.
Do you want to save money shopping close to home? You need the Super Saver card. Save $200 on groceries at Macy's and Stokes Fresh Food Market. Save up to 50% off at your local salons. You can save on tires, oil change from your local automotive stores. You can purchase your Super Saver card at Macy's or Stokes Fresh Food Market and start saving money today.
No, it's not Grandma's sewing machine. Here's a hint. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of an offset printer.